All right, welcome to Snack Chat, where we chat with guests while we do some taste tests. And on today's episode, we have Ernie Dixon. He's a web technologies librarian with the Paul Sawyier Public Library. Ernie, welcome to the show.
It's nice to be here.
Thanks so much. I'm glad to have you here. To get it started off, let's let folks know what you do at the Paul Sawyier Public Library.
Well, my official title is web technologies librarian, but I do pretty much everything. Kind of when you're in the library world, you're a jack of all trades, do all kinds of stuff, but I kind of focus a lot on technology, usually helping people with their phones, laptops, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Sort of like a Apple store employee that gets paid by the state. So that's kind of what I do.
So maybe I should have included in your title genius.
Yes,
right?
yes. I mean, many people call me that, but I'm humble.
So folks know, Snack Chat, we like to do some taste tests here and get to know folks here in our community who do great work here in Frankfurt. So what is your relationship, before we try some, what's kind of your relationship with snacks? Are you more of a sweets or a savory guy?
Well, I've had a long relationship with snacks in my life, but either one, it just kind of depends on what you got going on. Sometimes if you've just had like dinner, you want something sweet, or if you're just wanting to snack in between, you want something savory. So more of a chocolate kind of guy on the sweet side, and on the savory side, I'm down for pretty much anything.
Okay.
Not much scares me.
Well, I'm curious. We're trying a bunch of different Mountain Dews that we've got today. Yeah. We're doing the Dew today with Ernie.
I can do it.
We got lots of different flavors to choose from. I don't know that any of it'll definitely be on the sweet side, if I had to guess. I'm not sure how savory some of these are gonna be. Let's see. Which one do we want to try first here? I think I'm eyeballing the one that's closest to me, and I'll wheel it around to you on our lovely Lazy Susan.
That was very
here.
fancy.
Yes. I'll try this one first. Okay. This one is the Freedom Fusion, and I'll do that there, and then I'll give some folks background. Give that nice sound effect to our Lazy Susan as well. The Freedom Fusion is, let me see if I can find it. I don't see anything on here, but it is a blast of lemon and peach flavor.
I mean, that makes me think of freedom.
It really does, right? Lemon and peach.
That was what we were founded upon.
And you know, the color, I guess it kind of gives you sort of a lemonade sort of coloring.
I mean, it
there.
makes me think of the Gatorade. It's like a cherry kind of Gatorade that's white too.
Yeah,
so that's what
absolutely.
It's making me think of.
Sidebar, love that flavor of Gatorade.
It's
I think it's my favorite. That might be a hot take. I don't know, but I love that flavor of Gatorade.
If it is, I don't want to be involved.
All right, our first snack here, Ernie. Cheers from across the desk.
Let's get some freedom.
Here. That's right. Let's taste the freedom. Interesting. Yeah.
I can taste the peach for sure.
You definitely taste the peach.
Yeah.
Maybe the lemon is like kind of. It's probably 80% peach, 20 lemon.
Yeah, the lemon's just barely there, but you can kind of feel it. But yeah, the peach is punching me.
Yeah. Now, do you currently, or did you have much of a relationship with Mountain Dew?
Well, again, you know me. I've had a storied history of different snacks and drinks, but not much of a soda drinker anymore. But you know, I think everyone back in the day, when I was young and could down 2 liters of Mountain Dew every day, I would. It's
something that I feel like I bring up a lot with folks is I do feel like there was that time period in the 90s and throughout the early 2000s. There just wasn't a whole lot of water drinking going on. Lots of sodas. A lot of
everything had to be
households.
Extreme.
Yes.
And Mountain Dew, as you can see from like the label, you know, they went for it.
The most extreme.
The most extreme.
Yeah, they sold Surge.
Oh yeah.
In the high schools.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I do too.
You had your can vending machine to get you through the day.
That's right. Well, okay. Verdict. Would you get this again?
It's not bad.
It's really not. It's not too insane.
And honestly, it doesn't take. I don't get like any Mountain Dew flavor from it.
That's a great point.
That's kind of the weird.
That's a great point. Is I'm not getting nothing about this says, oh, that's Mountain Dew and a variation of.
It's like Mountain Dew is the brand, and it's just a bunch of different flavors
Yeah.
don't really have anything to do with Mountain Dew.
Yeah,
itself,
you're right.
but I don't know.
Okay, I got another question for you.
Yeah.
We're continuing our chats here. We've talked about your work at the library, but outside of that, you foster cats.
I do.
With the Halfway Home Rescue in Lexington.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
I've been doing it about 6-7 years. Cats are just kind of my spirit animal. I get along with them. We understand each other. They drive me insane. But, you know, and it is just a way that I kind of feel that I'm doing a little something, like helping a cat that for the most part would have been left outside somewhere. Just being able to help the cats that I can and get them to homes and stuff like that. It's just something that, you know, if I'm going to spend my free time doing something, that's kind of what I'd like to do.
Yeah. How did you find Halfway Home? What got you kind of thinking? I know you said just to kind of get involved, do something.
There's several different organizations. I kind of worked with, you know, trapping wildcats, things like that, and it's sort of a small community. So I kind of knew the person that runs Halfway Home and kind of had talked to them through various other things, and so just kind of started. One of their cats needed a place to go, so I took it in, and generally 11 months out of the year, I have at least 5 or 6 extra cats in my house. So It's just kind of how it goes.
And now, and maybe alleviate some folks' fears. At least for me, I love the idea, and I love animals. I've got 2 cats and 2 dogs at home, and I love the idea of fostering. But for me, I know if it's a foster, it's like, oh, well, I'm fostering for 2 days, and then my house will be the forever home. But maybe it makes sense with you since you've kind of got several kind of in rotation cats that you're helping.
It's something that you know, when you first start, you kind of think that might happen, and I will go ahead and say that I've kept 2 that I've fostered. but you know when a cat's for you or not, you kind of can tell. And even some that I've just had in my house that I've just loved to death, I've still been very happy to see them go to a home where I know they'll be happy. Plus, I have a hard limit of 4. So once I hit 4, that's it. Doesn't matter if it's, you know, the best cat in the world. Yeah. You got to go, buddy.
I like that. I like that. It sounds like you got to have some boundaries in place.
Yeah. And you just get used to it, and you learn to be happy when they leave. Even if, you know, it kind of makes you sad a little bit. You're still doing something good.
Yeah, they're going to a good home. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Before we try another snack, why cats, by the way?
That, like I said, it's just, you know, I don't have anything against dogs. I love dogs, too.
Sure.
But it's just, you know, me and cats just kind of speak the same language. We're both kind of ornery. We both like to be by ourselves. We have very personal boundaries, but we will also just jump into other people's personal boundaries when we feel like it. So we have a lot of the same habits.
I like that. I like that. All right, let's try another.
Okay.
Let's try another one of our illustrious Mountain Dew flavors here. We've got several to choose from. Why don't you pick for me
let's
first?
See. Purple's my favorite color, so let's go with the purple
This one here. Okay, we'll do that, and I'll wheel that around for you. That one is the citrus. Let me see. Citrus blackberry. That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I do love a berry flavor.
I don't know. The label looks a little less extreme.
You know, it does. It's a little more nuanced, I would say.
So this may be just a more calm for a nice night in.
That's right. This might be one of the gamer flavors. Game Fuel Citrus Blackberry.
Because, you know, if you're sitting down for about 12 hours to play World of Warcraft, you got to slam 10 or 11 cups of sugar.
Do you have much of experience doing that, World of Warcraft? Or
no, I do play video games, but again, with the cat kind of personality, I like to be by myself. So playing with a bunch of people, I would rather just play. I play a lot of single player games. So
when you walked in, I think I said we were kindred spirits, and I think that solidifies it.
That's just kind of how I roll.
I do love video games, and I do love a game that I can just kind of embrace on my own. Or me and my wife love to play video games, a little couch co-op going on, but not a whole lot of like interaction with other people.
Well, I mean, I play video games to relax. I don't want to feel like I'm like in a competition and just feeling very stressed out about trying to beat probably some 15-year-old that's just killing me in some game. So no thanks.
Yeah, that kid's got all day to learn how to play those games.
What does he got to do? He doesn't have to go to work.
No, he doesn't have responsibilities, taxes, or mortgage or anything to worry about. He's got the 15-year-old reflexes.
So no wonder. I ain't got those anymore.
No,
either.
Me neither.
That's true.
Okay, bottoms up on the Citrus Blackberry Gamer Fuel.
Let's
give it a shot. That's Mountain Dew.
Yeah, that's definitely much more Mountain Dew.
Yeah. I think if I'm ranking out of these two, the ones we've tried so far, I think I like this a little bit better. Like I said, I'm more partial to the blackberry.
Yeah.
But what's jumping out at you?
I'm a peach guy, so I kind of like that one a little bit better. But this one's not bad. Again, these are just mostly tasting almost like sports drinks to me.
You're absolutely right. This one had a little bit more carbonation, I think, than maybe.
But yeah, they almost don't seem as carbonated as a normal.
You're right.
Like bottle of Mountain Dew. Maybe we need to shake them up.
Just introduce some chaos.
That would be fun for the the video. You get it blasted all over me.
Another question for you, game related, video game related. What's sort of your top video game that you're playing right now?
Well, mostly over the past year, I got the remake of Resident Evil 4, and I played through it for a number of hours that I probably don't want to admit to. But I've been playing video games since my dad got me a Commodore 64 when I was in my single digits. Wow. So I've been playing for a long time. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of the one I've been playing the most the last year.
Okay. What about, so let me take another brief break and let's go ahead and just knock out that other gamer fuel.
Let's do it.
And then I'll ask you another video game
I'm already
question.
fueled up. So let's get more fueled up. Is this the gamer fuel?
That's another gamer fuel right there for you. What flavor is that?
It is citrus cherry.
Citrus cherry. I do love a cherry flavor.
I do like cherry, so we'll see.
Both of these are World of Warcraft kind of tie-ins, which makes sense. I think it's celebrating its 20th anniversary, something like that.
And it includes 77 grams of added sugar.
Oh boy.
Which is 153% of your daily intake. I don't know how they fit anything beyond 77 grams of sugar in the bottle.
I don't know how you do it. I had no clue.
Maybe it's a trade secret.
Celebrating its 20th anniversary. Citrus cherry has been a recurring game fuel flavor for years.
Wow.
And it was actually made a permanent flavor starting in 2014 until it was reformulated in 2016 and then quietly discontinued. But then they bring it back every so often. They brought it back in 2017 for Halo Infinite. And then again this year for Warcraft.
Man, I'm not up on my Mountain Dew history.
I'm not either, and I'm so grateful that we got that extra info.
Now I feel like I haven't been giving Mountain Dew the proper credit that they deserve.
I don't know about you, but I definitely had the what did they call it? Was it Live Wire?
Oh yeah.
That was like maybe the OG
and Code Red.
Code
Red
was
the thing.
Yes,
back in the day.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Had
kids these days don't know about Code Red.
No, they don't. Okay, bottoms up on this other gamer fuel.
Oh yeah, that's sugar.
Oh, that's definitely sugar. And definitely, it's got that like cough medicine.
Yeah.
Kind of vibe.
Yeah, this
to it.
one I didn't until you said that, but now I can taste it's cough medicine. So this one has kind of plummeted in the rankings there with that.
Immediately,
that observation
takes the stance.
But it really feels like drinking a pixie stick. It's very
mixed with some medicine or something, right?
I mean, I love eating candy. I'm a candy man, but man, that is some sugar.
There's a lot going on there. Okay, but before we get too far away from the gamer fuel, gamer question for you.
Yeah.
What would you say is maybe your all-time favorite?
All-time favorite, it's Chrono Trigger.
Oh, say more.
And I mean, because I remember I was probably the summer between middle school and high school, was young, carefree. Me and my friend would play Chrono Trigger, sort of co-op, in that I would call him on the phone and we would just talk while we played, and we did that for the whole summer. And it's just a good memory I have,
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, and you'll always kind of hang on to that memory.
Now I played it a bunch of times through the years, and it's just kind of stuck with me.
That's cool. That's so cool. Okay, I think let's see. Do we have another snack? Let's do another Mountain Dew real quick, and then we'll save our treat. We got a Hello Kitty treat for the end.
America themed. So let's just go for the blue.
Let's go for the blue. Liberty Chill is our blue flavor here today.
0 grams of protein, though. I'm surprised.
According to Mountain Dew Fandom Wiki, Liberty Chill, formerly Liberty Brew, was originally introduced in the summers of 2019 and 2020 as part of the limited time Dunited States promotion.
Oh,
cheers!
Like
cheers
United
to that.
States.
Yeah, cheers to that. I like that. Liberty Chill was brought back this summer along with 2 new flavors, Freedom Fusion, which we had earlier. It was our first test, and Star Spangled Splash, which is what's coming up here. At least Liberty Chill was planning a return for next June, but that plan appears to have been scrapped for some reason. We might find out why it was scrapped. I don't know.
I mean, it does have the Statue of Liberty riding a motorcycle.
No way.
That's pretty extreme.
With a headband?
Yeah, this might be the most extreme one yet, actually.
It's got my vote for maybe favorite.
Yeah.
Favorite.
Gotta say.
Thing. Yeah, the other one's got actually, now that I think about it, the other one has the Freedom Fusion has the eagle with like a helmet and sunglasses on. I'm just now seeing.
And a boombox.
And a boombox.
That's pretty good.
Okay, that's the number one.
I gotta say, that's pretty good.
That's the number one.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, we're trying the Liberty Chill. Part of the Dune. I'm just gonna say it's the Dune United States.
I'll just act like I always thought that was what it was called when people ask.
Cheers.
Oh
boy, that's a bit like. Well, you tell me what's going on.
It makes me think of and it may just be the color, but like those red, white, and blue like popsicles you can get. Kind of tastes like that melted down.
You're right.
Into a fine drink.
Just melt it into a cup. Yeah. I think that's accurate.
But it's not bad.
Yeah, I was getting sort of like gushers.
Yeah.
You get like kind of a gusher kind of taste going on.
It's definitely a different fruit flavor than the others, but still these are all just very fruit. Which I mean, that's kind of their deal, I think. But
yeah.
Not bad.
While we're at it, let's go ahead and try let's knock out the United States. Let's get that in there.
While the blues still foaming around, let's get the red in there.
I think so. This one, it appears the bottle at least has it's red for folks at home, and it's got like a rocket with a mohawk, maybe.
Yeah,
is that what I'm seeing?
Yeah, that's. I still like the eagle better.
The eagle with the helmet and the boombox.
It does say red berry flavor, which does not really say much because there's several red berries. But hey, we'll figure it out.
Well, raspberries are red.
Yeah,
right.
Strawberries.
Yeah. So
let's just name berries.
Just name berries. All right, let's try this one. Interesting. That one's. I don't know, the last two are very similar.
Yeah, I would say that honestly, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between those last two at all.
No, I don't
and
think
maybe
so
that's
either.
maybe that's they're all supposed to taste the same, just different colors.
Yeah, but I can definitely, out of the 3 freedom flavored United States, I definitely get more of that lemon and peach.
Oh yeah.
Going
The peach one tasted
fusion.
peach for real.
Yeah.
These two tasted the same.
What was the top? Was it that one? Was
Definitely
Freedom Fusion?
I like a peach.
Okay.
Treat. So that's definitely my favorite. And it's sometimes the fake peach isn't great, but they knew what they were doing.
I'm going with the citrus blackberry. I think that one was my favorite out of the ones we had.
Well, I mean, it did get me pretty fueled up, I would say.
It got us fueled up to chat about games, at least.
And maybe they'll send me a crate of it. I don't really know what I'll do with a crate of it, but
definitely don't throw it into like a game system. It's not an actual game fuel.
Or even into like a water supply. I feel like that would be bad for everybody.
No, you gotta cut your gamer fuel with some like.
We don't want the whole state to be gamer fueled at one time. It would be a disaster.
Okay, we know that you love cats, and I do have a nice little bit of cat trivia for you here. According to Rover.com, out of the millions of pets in their database, they cataloged the 11 most popular cat breeds in their database. How many of those 11 can you name? I've got them here in front of me.
Well, let's see. I usually deal with ferals and mutts born out in the woods, so not many Persians out there, but I'm going to say Persians is one.
It's not. Wow. Actually, I'm not seeing that here on the list.
Maybe the Sphinxes, the Rex, hairless ones.
I'm not seeing that either.
Maine Coon, Russian Blue.
Maine Coon, I do see that. That's one. I see the Russian Blue as well. You got 2 of the 11.
Let's see. Siamese.
Yes, that's on there.
Ragdolls.
Ragdoll's on there too. You're on a roll.
Now I just feel like I'm under pressure.
Listen, you're doing much better than I would.
Oh, yeah?
I tell you that right
now.
Well,
that's the thing. I don't, because cats are a little different from dogs too, in that dogs have very specific breeds, and cats generally are more named by their coats and colors.
That's right.
You have a tabby or you have a tuxedo.
That's right. Yep.
They're not really a breed. That's just the color.
That's just the coat. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I guess there's Manx cats, but I don't think they consider that a breed.
I'm not seeing it here on their list.
It's just a cat without a tail.
Yeah, I guess a lot of cats fall under the domestic or American short hair.
Pretty much. That's
which is
90% of what I deal with.
On here, domestic long hair.
Domestic
as well.
long hair, medium hair. Yeah.
I think the only few maybe you didn't mention Bombay.
Oh, yeah.
And Bengal.
Bengals, yeah. They've been pretty popular recently.
And Siberian rounds out their top 11.
Well, there we go.
So, any surprises there or no?
No, the Bombay ones, I didn't think they were that super popular. I know that the Bengal cats, you see a lot of them on like TikTok and online and stuff like that.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
They're starting to go favor.
I think it's time for us to have our final little treat.
I believe it's definitely time. Been eyeing the
You've
Hello
earned
Kitty.
It. You've definitely earned it.
Well, thank you.
Going through our gauntlet of Mountain Dews here.
Here?
Yeah, absolutely. Get that started for us.
Limited edition strawberry shortcake baked graham snacks.
Love that.
So I feel this is probably a Teddy Graham situation.
Yeah, I think you're right. I like the opening of the bag as well. Some nice bag opening ASMR for our viewers.
I know
and
what I'm doing
listeners out
sometimes. Occasionally. All right. Grab a couple of these here.
Yeah, there we go.
And for you, sir.
Thank you so much. All right, while we're trying these here, we know we're into media, and we've talked about favorite video games as well. Coming up to the end of the year as well, we're doing some folks love to make their lists. I don't know about you, love a list. Love to do a little top list.
Do very much.
Keep track of one of my favorite pieces of media are throughout the year. What's sort of jumping out at you as some of your favorite books, movies, albums in 2024? You got a book that comes to mind?
Yeah, a lot of times I'll watch and read older stuff, so sometimes it all mixes together as far as what came out in a year or not. But I know that this year there was a book called Creation Lake. The author is Rachel Kushner. She wrote a couple other books. One was called The Mars Room, and it was shortlisted for the Booker Prize. It was an interesting book. It's one of those that I don't know if I liked totally or not, but it was interesting to read. And whenever, I've read a lot of stuff, and whenever something can kind of just be different from the norm, just the character itself, I love an unreliable narrator.
Yes.
And I love whenever you just are not really sure about what you're reading just because it's from the viewpoint of that person, and that is very much a book about the narrator and what they're saying and what she's choosing to say. So I like that one a lot.
And that's such a unique trait of that books have over other pieces of media, whether you adapt a movie or into a TV series. Something great about it. And people, they can do the unreliable narrator, but I feel like it works.
Because in a film you're seeing everything they're doing, so you can't really hide details as much. And I love films just as much as movies or books or anything else, but there's also that something about a book where you're using all your senses.
Yes.
Or rather less of your senses, because you have to make up for the ones you're not using in your brain. Film gives you that visual, so the book you don't have that and you have to create it yourself. So it's all a different kind of game depending on what you're doing.
Speaking of movie, would you got a favorite movie of the year?
I think the second Dune movie came out this year. I watched the Dunes earlier this summer, which I really like. Denis Villeneuve. He's one of my favorites anyway. So I put off watching the Dune movies. I don't know why, but finally watched them both a couple of weeks ago, and they lived up.
Oh, really?
Lived
Just
up to my hype.
That recent?
Oh,
okay.
yeah. It was.
Loved it. Loved that.
I was very much into it. 5 hours kind of flew by pretty quick, which you wouldn't think it would. But he's got some sort of the way he does his big landscapes, big show of the visuals. It's just something I really like that he does. So I liked his Blade Runner sequel.
I did too. Yep, I like that quite a bit. That's one that I'd like to revisit. But yeah, Denis Villeneuve is just one of those newer kind of names that is just he's an auteur.
Yep,
and I'll probably see every movie he puts out.
Anything he puts out, at worst, I'm not going to hate it. So
yeah, it's at least going to look nice.
Right. It's at least going to look nice, which can't say for much. So
right. I think Dune Part 2 is probably my favorite movie of the year.
Yeah,
it's way up there for sure. And then music, Jenny, is there maybe a favorite album or?
Well, I listen to a lot of people screaming loudly, and so there's a band from Florida called Gel, and it's a female-fronted hardcore band, and they put out these small albums that are basically just 15 minutes of screaming. And it really, calms me down. It puts me in a nice headspace whenever someone's very angry. So that's probably my favorite this year.
You're in a very welcome place. Yeah. You are definitely a kindred spirit with me and our director, Brett.
Oh, well, there we go.
As he is, I can tell he's very excited in our script right now.
Yeah, and you can hear him back there.
Yeah, I can feel it. I can hear it. Okay, hey, let's try these.
Let's do it.
Let's try these. They're the Hello Kitty. What was the I got
strawberry
the
shortcake?
Strawberry shortcake. Hello Kitty. Let's see.
It's not bad.
Definitely get that strawberry shortcake.
Yeah. It is not. It's sort of Teddy Grahamish, but it's a bit more crunchy.
Yeah, you're right.
I think, but definitely not goldfish like.
Definitely not goldfish like.
No.
And I do love a goldfish.
Yeah.
These are pretty good.
Yeah,
these are not bad. I definitely don't think that I could eat. I'm probably not recommended to eat a whole bag.
I mean, I could, but it's not right. Especially because they're so small. I think they know what they're doing.
Yeah, I think like a handful at a time is probably the perfect way to take these.
A handful at a time so you get the whole bag. So,
okay, is there any, we're coming kind of the end of our time here. Is there anything you want to let folks know about, where to find you online or anything library related you want to share with our viewers?
Yeah, I mean, usually that's one of those things. I've been working at the library for about 17 years, so a lot of people probably know my face just walking around there that come in there. But this year we started it last year, but the Library of Things has been one of our most popular things. We have a lot of just household items you can check out. We have a pressure washer that's always gone. Things like that. We have fishing poles now, or they're going to be out soon. So lots of times people, I feel like, it's something that they don't know about.
Right.
And when they see it, it kind of blows their mind a little bit. Because they're like, oh, I can check out these tools, get a wrench, get this other stuff. I don't need to go out and buy one. I can just use it from here.
Yeah.
So it's kind of something I'd like more people to just know about, because I feel like if more people knew about it, it would be used even more than it already is, which is already pretty incredible numbers this year.
Yeah, so. And just getting the word out that you can.
And that's the hardest part.
And that's just all through the library card?
Oh, yeah.
Or do you got to pay? Or?
Oh, no. Every single thing we do is free. I always love when people ask, how much something is going to cost or how much something is, and I'm just like, you already paid for it. Like, we're here to give it back to you, and we're here for you. So
it's amazing for the low cost of a library card, which is free. Awesome.
Yeah.
Ernie Dixon, thanks so much for hanging out with us today.
Yeah, I'll be up for the next 4 days. Probably from all this fuel, gamer fuel.
Get plenty of Resident Evil 4 time.
Yeah, I'll be playing it through Christmas probably, so that's fine.
All right, thanks so much, Ernie, for hanging out with us. This has been SnakChat. We'll see you next time.
Nice. Woo. Good deal.
Nicely done.
Yep.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah. And I didn't even have the video game thing in the. We just roll with it.
Yeah, you just go with it, man. Just vibing, as the kids say.
Yeah. Oh, I'll show you what Brett put in the script. I don't know if you saw that, but you see where "Let's go."
Let's go.
That was in response to your Jill album.